Hello, welcome to Lane College Homecoming 2016. I'm Richard Donnell, and we are very pleased to have you with us as we speak to several individuals today about the homecoming events that will be taking place and all those other matters. So just sit back and enjoy the conversation that I will have with them, and we will enjoy ourselves today. I have as my first guest Ms. Tori Halliburton, who is the chair of the Lane College Homecoming Committee, as well as the director of Alumni Affairs. Ms. Halliburton, welcome to the set today.
Thank you, Attorney. Thank you for having me.
Okay, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
All right, now you are also an alumnus of Lane College.
I am.
And what year?
2005.
All right, as the chair of Homecoming, just give us a little bit of information about what events that the public can expect to enjoy during the Homecoming week.
Thank you. This year we're excited about our homecoming theme, first of all. It is the greatest since 1882. We're excited about what you can do with the theme for the parade, for the floats. We welcome everyone to just share their thoughts on the greatest since 1882, because we truly believe that we are the greatest since 1882. We will kick off our homecoming week with a praise factor, a gospel explosion, and it's open to the community, all churches, all stakeholders, all alumni and friends. We ask that you come out and just worship the Lord. There's no charge to get in, but you're welcome to always leave a donation. But we just want you all to get excited about homecoming as we praise the name of the Lord.
Okay, and what are the other events that will be taking place during the week?
Our heaviest day the day we're really excited about is Friday. Friday we'll start the day with wearing our red and blue, and we will begin the day at the golf tournament, the Jackson National Golf Club. Registration will begin at 7 o'clock. We still have team slots available if you would like to put your companies in the golf tournament. It's $400 per team, and we welcome you all to participate in our golf tournament. That afternoon at around 11:30, 12 o'clock, we have our President's Luncheon. This is our second time with the President's Luncheon. Last year it was a success, and this year we're already sold out, so we don't have any more seats available, but just look for the information, the pictures. We'll be sharing all the information about the President's Luncheon on social media. The big exciting, the kicker of homecoming is bringing back our Sports Hall of Fame. We haven't had a Sports Hall of Fame since the early 80s. This year we're excited about our inductees, Mr. Jacoby Jones, Mr. James Superwolf, Mr. Barrington Martin, Mr. Fred Lane, Dr. J.L. Perry, Mr. Obie Beard, Coach Neil Big Daddy McCall, and Miss Joycelyn Austin. Sponsorship is available. Tickets are $500 for the table and $65 per ticket. We still have plenty of room available. We hope that you can bring out your friends, your family, your organizations, and just celebrate our inductees for the Hall of Fame banquet.
Let me stop a minute on that. The tables that will be available, they will seat how many?
8.
And if there are persons who still want to purchase a ticket to that banquet, as well as get any other information about Lane College Homecoming, who would they call?
They would call the Office of Institutional Advancement. Anyone in the Office of Institutional Advancement will be happy to assist. Our contact number is 731-410-6716. And again, that number is 731-410-6716. You can also find more information on our website, www.lanecollege.edu. You click on the home page and all the information is available.
Okay, now regarding the events that will take place prior to that Friday, you have events that will take place for students and all those kinds of things?
We do. We have a plethora of events that will take place. Our student events are also listed on the webpage. They have different barbecues, cook-offs, pep rally. We have a pep rally that's open to the general public that will take place after the President's Luncheon, so around 3 or 3:30. You can hear our band, you can watch our cheerleaders perform, meet our football team, and anyone's welcome.
Since you've taken the position as Director of Alumni Affairs, you've done a marvelous job in that position. I've heard a lot of alumni say how much they appreciate the information that you give to them and all those kinds of things. So you're doing very well. Now, as an alumni of Lane College, what does homecoming just mean to you personally?
Well, Thank you for asking. Before
in 30 seconds.
Before I became the chair of homecoming, homecoming was all about fun and festivities, but now it's about fun and fundraising. My goal is to be able to have fun with my friends, family, Laneites, and also raise funds at the same time.
Okay, well, you're doing a marvelous job on it. Everybody has kind words that they express about you.
And I really appreciate Ms. Darlette Samuels because she served as co-chair for so long, so I kind of watched her and learned some of the tricks of the trade, so I really appreciate Ms. Samuels for all her help and
All
support.
right. Well, we thank you for coming in to talk about Lane College Homecoming, and we're sure that it will be a very, very good event, and we wish you the best.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back with my next guest in a moment. I'm now pleased to have with me Dr. DeWitt Martin, who is the newly elected president of the Lane College National Alumni Association. Dr. Martin, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you.
First of all, let me congratulate you on your victory in being elected as the National Association president for Lane College. Give us a little bit of information about that. What are you doing as president?
Right now, our main focus is on recruitment and contributions to the college. HBCUs are trying to be very, very visible now so that we can have more students so they can learn about their heritage and to also get a chance to go to college. And that's what HBCUs do for. And that's what Lane has done.
All right. Now, you graduated from Lane in what year?
1966.
And as an alumnus of the college, what does homecoming mean to you? Do you generally come back every year?
Every year. It gives you a chance to see old friends, if we can say that, and it reminds us of those great years of yesteryear, and see friends and to meet old and new friends. It's a time to renew a life that we had once upon a time, and that's why we keep coming back.
You know, that's one of the things about attending an HBCU, especially, the friendships that you establish, and those at a young age, and those friendships last throughout your lifetime.
That is true.
You know?
I still have the friends that I had when I was in college 50 years ago.
You know, and you keep in contact with them, and
Yes.
each time you come back to homecoming, you see them, you just reminisce about the days and years that you were at Lane, all those kinds of things.
We all call each other and say we're going to meet up for homecoming. That's what we do. So all of us can get here at the same time.
Okay. Now, there are a lot of people who are looking at the show, and to those persons who have graduated from Lane College and who are not particularly involved in the Alumni Association, what would you look in the camera and tell them right now? What would be your message to them especially?
Get involved. Get involved with the Lane College Alumni Association. There's a lot of things that the alumni is doing right now, and there is an alumni near you. There is a chapter in the city where if there's not one, there's one within 50-mile distance. Join one. If not, you can always contact the Lane College, and Lane College will get you in touch with a chapter near you. Be a part. Be a part of something that gave you your start. You need to get involved with Lane College to keep it alive and keep it living and give it the values that they gave you.
Now, you are a member of the Memphis alumni chapter. Am I correct on that?
That is correct.
And that's one of the stronger chapters that we have, in that your chapter really financially supports Lane College to a big extent, and you've done so for a long period of time.
Thank you.
Now, during the whole week of alumni activities that will be taking place, what will your chief role as Alumni Association president be?
We are having a lot of events to try to raise money for Lane College. We have a social. Our first event is a meet and greet, or we call a welcome home to all the alumni, where all of us are wearing denim and red. Okay. We have purchased T-shirts that say we're part of the Lane College Alumni Association, and we meet there. Everybody gets to see everybody that was there, and we do that, and we raise money. The proceeds raise money for Lane College. The second one is on a Saturday night, and that's the grand event where all of the people get a chance to dress up and come out and support Lane College. Those are our two major events that where we socialize and get to donate to Lane College.
You know, and when you were saying that, I just happened to have a thought. We don't do it that much now, but in days long ago, when people would attend the Lane College football game, they would wear their finest furs and all those kinds of. You remember those days?
Yes, I do.
And it was just an exciting thing, and it's still exciting right now.
It is.
So so right now we're about to go to another segment. But what would be your message to those who are looking and listening right now, and what would just be your final words that you said to them?
If you are a Laneite, come out, support, come to homecoming, enjoy Lane College homecoming. Remember when you were here. If you had a good time when you were here, it's still going on today, and Lane is still in existence. Come out and give and join the Lane College Alumni Association.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming and sharing with us today. We wish you the best in your tenure as the president of the association, and we know that under your leadership, the association will go to just even greater heights. So thank you so much for coming.
And thank you for having me.
Sure, thank you. Be right back with my next guest in just a few minutes. With me now is Mr. Javante Kelly, who is the defensive captain of the Lane College football team. I'm so happy to have you with me, Mr. Kelly.
Glad to be here.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
All right, we're getting ready for homecoming game 2016. You've been in Lane all 4 years?
Yes, sir.
And is this your first year as being selected as captain?
Yes, sir.
Tell us, what does the homecoming game, is that a bigger game for you and the team than any other game?
No, sir. All games are important. Every game is important because it's the next game.
Okay, I like that answer. And insofar as this game, do you do any kind of special preparations for the game as opposed to other games?
No, sir.
Okay, so you just do whatever you need to do and try to win the game is what you do?
Yes, sir.
All right, now, as you said, you've been here for 4 years. Where is your hometown, by the way?
Memphis, Tennessee.
And what are you majoring in?
Biology.
Okay. The football team, you now have a record, I believe, of 3-1. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And, of course, you're looking forward to this game. Being the captain of the team, what does that mean? Is that a very special honor or just what?
Yeah, it means a lot since seeing that I've been here all 4 years, and this is the first year that we ever started off this strong.
Okay. And you are going really strong. How does that make you feel since you have a winning record thus far? You were undefeated for the first 3 games. How does that make you feel?
I mean, it makes me feel good. I mean, we still have a couple of things we need to correct on the offensive and the defensive side of the ball. And even on special teams, but once we get those things down, we should be a better team than what we are now.
Okay, now what position do you play?
Linebacker.
And have you been in that position all 4 years, or
Yes,
have
sir.
you been moved around?
No, sir. I've been playing middle linebacker all 4 years.
And do you have any kind of aspirations to go to professional sports once you finish Lane?
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you about the team. You're one of the co-captains. You're the defensive captain. How's the team feeling about the homecoming game?
I mean, like I said, no game is really special. Every game is important because it's the next game. So everyone's come with the mindset to work this week since we're coming out of loss last week. So everyone's really focused in on our mistakes of what we did last week and how we can correct them and make this a better team.
Okay. So by this being the homecoming game, does that put any undue pressure on you, though, because it's homecoming, it's such a big game? You have people coming from all over the country back to the Lane College and things of that nature. Does that put any special pressure on you or anything?
No, sir. Our coaches always tell us the homecoming is not for us. We play the game, and after the game, then we go out and enjoy ourselves.
Okay.
But as the week goes on, we need to focus on the game, because if we get off course of the game, we won't be focused coming in Saturday, and we'll make a whole lot of mistakes.
Insofar as being here at Lane College at this time and at this place, you have the remainder of the season to go. What are your prospects about winning the other games, you think?
We're going in to hope to win all of them. We just have to practice harder and watch film more, get to know our opponents more, and how to make each other better.
Okay. How do you do that, though? How did you make each other better? Does the offense and the defense have a rivalry to where, the defense might say, well, if it wasn't for us, we wouldn't win any games. And where the offense might come and say, well, no, we're the ones putting points on the board. Do y'all have any kind of healthy rivalry like that?
We try to stay away from those things because that causes commotion within the team. So we just try to push each other in practice, try to set personal goals for each other and make sure the man next to us is working just as hard as we are.
Okay, make sure the man next to you is working just as hard as you are.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's a lofty goal. Be right back with our next guest in just a moment. We're here now with Coach Derek Burrows, who also serves as the athletic director at Lane College. And we are pleased to have you here with us, Coach.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing today?
Very good. Good.
We prepare for Lane College Homecoming,
Yeah.
2016. And I earlier spoke to one of your star players, Mr. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him about the homecoming game and about how special it is. And I wondered whether or not they practice in a particular way because this is such a big game. Mm. And he told me no.
No, we don't.
That surprised me.
No. We try to, every game is important to us. And we don't, practice-wise, we don't put emphasis on homecoming any different than we do any other game. So we try to stress to our players is that there's a lot of things will be going on. But we try to focus on the game opposed to focusing on the festivities that's around the game. And it's great. I mean, we love homecoming, but we want our players to focus on the game opposed to focusing on the festivities involved.
Well, as the athletic director and as the head football coach, do you feel any added pressure because it's a homecoming game? You got thousands of people coming from out of town and all those kinds of things?
I think the only pressure that I feel is the pressure I put on myself. I don't think the administration or the president or anyone put any extra pressure on myself. I feel pressure that the fact that since I've been here, I haven't won one. So if there's any pressure, I put it on myself because I'm disappointed the fact that I've been here this amount of time and we still hadn't won a homecoming game. So yeah, I put pressure on myself too.
Okay, now you've been here for 6 years.
Right.
I think it was interrupted by 1 year.
Right.
And I hadn't realized that you hadn't won a homecoming
Yeah.
game since the time that you've been here. What do the spectators and alumni and all those friends who will be coming to the game tell us? What can they expect to see at the game?
Well, I hope finally they expect to win, and it's long overdue. I cannot deny that. But I think we're improving every day. I think all our athletics are improving. I think the football team is improving. But I know people come a long ways for homecoming and they want to win, and I can't blame them. So I hope we give them a win.
Well, it goes very far because of the fact that you are 3-1. You won your first 3 games. That tells a lot about the improvement of the team. In what particular areas did you make a big improvement, a vast improvement in?
Well, I think the biggest improvement thus far has came offensively. We're running the ball a lot better than we have in the past. Our quarterback play is a lot better than it has been in the past. But the bottom line is, you want to try to win every game. Is that possible? Probably not. But a lot of people will be coming a lot of great distances to watch us play and watch us play well. And I can't lie and say it's not disappointing when so many people come in town to watch us play. 1, and we don't play well, and 2, we lose. So if there's any pressure, I put it on myself that we need to win homecoming as well as we need to win all our football games.
Now tell us a little bit about your opponent, who you'll be playing, and what kind of record do they have?
Well, as of right today, the Benedict Tigers are 3-1 also. Same record as we currently have right now. But of course, we're going to be watching film. We're going to be breaking down film, and we're going to do everything it takes to ensure that that the people and the players and the administration enjoy a win for homecoming.
Coach, I have been particularly impressed by your players, not insofar as and I'm not speaking just solely insofar as their athletic abilities, but the fact that they are just some mannerable and respectful young men. And I'm sure that part of that is because, in addition to the parents, you and the coaching staff probably instills that in them.
I sure hope so, because football has got to be more than just X's and O's. And it's got to be about building relationships with players. And if I've given them a little bit, you know, I hope that they present themselves in a positive manner. And I preach to them every day that whenever they go out, they always represent Lane College. They always represent their families, themselves. So if you see them acting in a proud and in a good way, great, wonderful, because that's what we are trying to instill in them.
Well, I have seen that, and I told the young man that, and I want to tell you that as well.
Thank you, sir.
So we thank you so much for coming and sharing with us again this year, Coach. We look forward to a good game. We appreciate the words that you gave us, and we will be out there looking for a victory.
Yes, sir.
And the ringing of the bell.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you very much.
I'm now pleased to have with me the president of Lane College, Dr. Logan Hampton. Dr. Hampton has been with the college since 2014, and by all accounts, from everybody throughout the county and really the state, Lane College is in a fortunate position to have him. Mr. President, thank you for being with us today.
Well, it's my joy to be here today.
How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent, and I'm doing even better now that I see you got the memo about which suit to wear and which tie to wear.
Which tie to wear.
You got both of them just spot on.
Yeah, nobody would know who we are if if they didn't know who we were.
Yeah, we could just change spots right
Yeah,
here.
right. Like, thanks for coming. This is your third year
Yes,
at Lane College.
third year.
Just give us a little update on what you're most excited about since you have been at Lane, not just homecoming, but since you've been here.
Well, I continue to be real excited about the students, the mission of Lane College, helping students to develop the power of potential. You know, as I think about, each year sitting with alums at our graduation exercise, and they start to talk about their experiences at Lane College. And they'll talk about it being a transformative experience. They'll talk about, had it not been for Lane, I'd still be chopping cotton and picking cotton. Had it not been for Lane, I'd still be in this. And they talk about how it transformed them and transformed their lives. And I just think, Lane College just continues to be a transformative Christian college, equipping students with Christ-centered values and critical liberal arts skills and career credentials. And for me, just to be a part of that mission, a part of that effort, that's just a thing for which I wake every morning and joyously walk down the hill to my office and look forward to how I might put my shoulder to the plow to continue to accomplish that mission for our students.
Now, since you've been here, there have been a number of initiatives that you have developed and implemented, and one of them is one that's called CPI. How about telling all our viewers what that is?
Well, the Career Pathways Initiative, it is our effort as a liberal arts institution. Let me be clear, Lane College is a Christian liberal arts institution. That's who we are. We don't anticipate or expect to change that at all. However, we want to better equip students to compete in today's marketplace. And so to be able to do that, we are realigning our curriculum more closely with industry standards. There are 4 areas that we are looking at, or we're working now to develop and redevelop our curriculum. We're looking in the area of healthcare, manufacturing, education, and entrepreneurship. And interestingly, as I think about entrepreneurship, so many of our students say, you say, what do you plan to do with your life? And they say, I want to own my own business. Mm-hmm. I guess we could continue to say, oh, that's just a dream. Or we could start to say to them, well, let us help you become the entrepreneurs that you desire to become. Manufacturing is another one of those areas. It's kind of an interesting area to think about when it comes to a liberal arts institution. It's kind of, well, that might be a bit, opposite of what our mission would be. But as you look at our marketplace in Jackson, Madison County, we're virtually at full employment. But we'll have some students who will graduate and who will struggle to find employment. Well, that's odd in a place where that exists with near full employment. So a part of what I and the faculty and Dr. Michelle Stewart are doing is to try to help our liberal arts graduates acquire the career credentials, acquire the certificates, acquire the training that would qualify them to compete for some of these manufacturing jobs. Our students are prepared for the high order skills, if you will. I mean, the same kind of skills that liberal arts institutions have historically trained students, but to have those higher order skills, but then not to have that entry-level credential to get in the door will prevent you from being able to compete for those. And so we established the CPI to help our students.
So then with CPI, they would be able to receive the credential as well as receive the degree.
Yeah, so on their way to receiving a baccalaureate degree, they would receive credentials along the way. You know, for example, a student who is who's studying business and who has a focus on entrepreneurship, that student along the way might get certified in Microsoft Office or some other computer certification, so that when they walk across that stage at Open Arena, we give them their diploma, their baccalaureate degree. They also have this skill set that they are ready to compete.
And that would also be a part of them getting credentialized insofar as working in industry as
absolutely,
well.
absolutely. We'll work with all the industries in our area to better align our curriculum with industry curriculum to ensure that our graduates have the training, have the skills, have the certifications to be able to compete for those jobs.
That sounds exciting, and like you said, I'm sure you're very excited about that
Absolutely.
taking place. Now, in regard to homecoming, Mr. President, there are a lot of activities that will be taking place. I talked earlier to Ms. Tori Halliburton, who's the Director of Alumni Affairs, and she just, as she said, she told us about a plethora of activities that were taking place. Tell us a little bit about that and what your involvement will be in all those activities.
Well, I'm trying the impossible even right now, is to try to find some time to rest, to get ready for the big homecoming weekend. I mean, it just continues. I remember when I first got here, you made that statement that I continue to say, that ain't no homecoming like a Lane College homecoming, because a Lane College homecoming don't stop. And so that continues to be. No, I look forward to having the alums back in town. We've got some new events. One that we're doing for a second time, the President's Luncheon, where the three presidents, the national president, national alumni president, the president of the Student Government Association, and the president of the college, myself, we will report to our alums and friends the state of the college. We'll do that luncheon again on that Friday, which will be a fun time, as a celebratory time. And then on that Friday night, the other big event that I'm excited about, new event this year, is the Hall of Fame dinner that we'll restart this year.
You know, a lot of the persons who will be honored in that Hall of Fame dinner, they give a lot of great kudos to you, because that's one of the things they've been wanting to do for a long time. And you bringing it to fruition, so they're very appreciative of you for that.
Well, I do get credit for some things that I happen to be in the seat, but I'm not necessarily the one that was the driving force. And I think I certainly got to give credit to Dr. Shaw, who Dr. Willie Shaw, who has been pushing this matter. Coach Derek Burrows, our AD and head football coach, who's instrumental, and then to Tori Halliburton, who really put it together. I get some credit, but it's certainly their work and their effort, and it was because of them that we're doing it this year.
Okay, Mr. President, we thank you so much for coming by. You've given us a lot of information, given the viewers a lot of information as well, and we know this will be a great homecoming, and we really do appreciate the leadership that you are bringing to Lane College and all that you do.
Well, I love my LCD.
All right. Thank you, Mr. President, for coming by and sharing everything that you have shared with us today. We appreciate your vision, and we appreciate the leadership that you've given to Lane College.
Well, thank you.
Yes, sir. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for taking the time out of your schedules to view us today. And we hope that you, too, will come out and enjoy all the festivities that Lane College has planned for you, the parade, and a lot of free events that are taking place this week. And until next year, we'll be right back here at the same time. And we wish you a very good day and see you at the game. Take care. Bye.